Welcome to Shift, the project that will help bring rapid transit to London. So what is rapid transit? It's the transportation of a large number of people using large vehicles. The service will be faster than your typical public transit system. Vehicles may travel in their own dedicated lane or right-of-way, so they can move faster than regular transit or cars, getting people where they need to go sooner. London's population is expected to grow by 77,000 people over the next 20 years. Rapid transit will provide a fast, reliable service that will be attractive to users and will help us take cars off the road. As the City of London realigns streets to build the rapid transit lines, it will take the opportunity to make the streets better by improving the experience for all users, including cyclists, pedestrians, and vehicles. Rapid transit will improve commute times through the use of options, including dedicated lanes, transit signal priority, and queue jump lanes at intersections. Navigating around pinch points and delays at railway lines and rivers may require the use of tunnels or widening of bridges to move transit vehicles faster. Shift works in tandem with the city's draft official plan, the London Plan. Taller buildings, like apartments and condominiums, would be encouraged along the rapid transit lines. This intensification of development is linked to rapid transit because they provide opportunities for better travel options and help reduce the city's cost to deliver day-to-day services. The city has launched Shift, a planning and decision-making process under the province's Environmental Assessment Act, where potential environmental effects are considered before a project begins. Shift will determine the best routes, the best vehicles, and the best technologies London should use to have a modern, fast, and reliable transit system. Shift will also identify the impact on land use and development along the routes, identify where roads need to be widened or built to accommodate rapid transit. Over the next few months, we'll be talking to Londoners to get their thoughts on what types of vehicles they think should be used and where they want the rapid transit routes to go, whether these routes are taking them home, to work, to the gym, to stores, or out for a night on the town. Here's a look at the bus option. Well-run bus systems move people more efficiently than cars because they are flexible and one vehicle can move more people than cars. A range of bus options are available to consider based on the expected number of users, costs, environmental impact, and to ensure system efficiency. This includes minibuses for lower density travel. The standard bus we typically use in London that carries about 70 people. The articulated bus is the type that bends in the middle and can carry up to 120 passengers. And finally, the classic double-decker bus we see in London, England, and used by Go Transit, which can carry up to 90 people. The cost to build a bus rapid transit system is at least $15 million per kilometer, higher for sections that require grade separations or new bridges. Buses range in cost from up to $500,000 for a standard bus to $750,000 for an articulated bus. Buses have less of an impact on the environment compared to all of the cars they replace, whether they run on diesel or natural gas. A diesel-electric hybrid drive bus also reduces fuel consumption and emissions. They offer comfortable rides and amenities, including air conditioning. Bus rapid transit can provide fast, reliable service, especially if it is using a dedicated lane or right-of-way. It can also move a large number of people past cars, carrying a much smaller number of occupants. Technology can also help buses move faster through the use of traffic signal devices that can help detect the bus's approach and change the traffic light to help it keep moving. Another feature is a special traffic lane, a queue jump lane that gives the bus its own lane, independent of cars, and its own signal that allows the bus to move first, ahead of traffic. Road construction and infrastructure for bus rapid transit is cheaper and faster to build than rail. In many cases, dedicated lanes can be converted to rail use at a later date. Let's have a look at rail. There is a range of vehicle options including streetcars, light rail vehicles, and subway trains. Subway trains tend to be used in urban centers larger than London because they are designed to move large numbers of people. Streetcars, like the ones used in Toronto, are smaller and travel in mixed traffic in the same lanes as cars, so they face the challenge of being caught in traffic. They carry close to 100 passengers. New streetcar models are low floor, with the doorway close to level, with an accessible boarding platform, making entry easier for people in wheelchairs and strollers. Light rail trains, or LRTs, are larger. One car may carry up to 250 people, close to double found in a streetcar. Several LRTs can be coupled together to carry close to 1,000 people. LRTs normally run on a dedicated lane to ensure they are on time and can move quickly. In major urban centers, they can operate on a schedule of one LRT every 3 minutes. The LRT system, being built in Waterloo Region, plans to run a train every 8 minutes and will feature travel times that compete with cars. A 5-kilometer trip is expected to take 10 minutes. The cost to build the rail lines and electrical power system is more than bus rapid transit. Construction, including the track and power system, is at least $30 million per kilometer, and LRTs cost at least $4 million per vehicle. They are powered by electricity and produce lower emissions in greenhouse gases. Modern light rail trains have low floors, so people with accessibility issues walk or stroll from a slightly raised platform directly onto the vehicle floor. They will provide a modern, comfortable ride. So what does faster look like? A rapid transit bus or rail vehicle that travels on a dedicated lane or right-of-way will ensure a faster, more reliable schedule to attract more users. These vehicles can move more passengers than your standard transit bus. SHIFT is a planning and decision-making process under the province's Environmental Assessment Act, where potential environmental effects are considered before a project begins. It will define the routes that will create the rapid transit spine for a revised and optimized transit system. These will be new routes that will allow transit users to travel longer distances faster than by current transit. It will help reshape how people move around our city. SHIFT will work in tandem with the London Plan, the city's master development plan, so residential development will concentrate more housing in taller buildings along the rapid transit lines. This will encourage use of rapid transit. The city expects London's population to grow by 77,000 over the next 20 years. There are limited points at which we can cross the rivers and railways that cut through the center of our city, so intensification, aligned with good rapid transit, will make better use of our limited crossing points. More intensive development along rapid transit lines will help London be a more sustainable city. A fast, reliable rapid transit system will attract more riders and reduce the number of cars on our roads and reduce the emissions in our air. It will also reduce the city's costs to provide services by promoting intensification in the downtown and along key transportation corridors. Building rapid transit will take time and will be phased in to reduce overall construction impacts, as it will involve widening of some streets so dedicated lanes can be built. In addition to dedicated lanes for transit vehicles, other features like bike lanes or improved pedestrian routes could be added so people have greater mobility options to choose for their travels. SHIFT is looking for your input to help steer rapid transit in the best direction. We need your input. Visit our website, shiftlondon.ca. Provide input at one of our meetings or online surveys. You can even like us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Stay connected as we bring rapid transit to London.